I'm back with another video, and today's going to be a first impressions review on the YSL Le Teint, what is it called? Le Teint Touché Éclat Illuminating Foundation, and it has an SPF of 19. I recently did a haul video where I picked up a sample of this at Sephora, so I figured I'd jump on film and do a first impressions review on you. Now I'm going to read you some specs on the actual foundation itself before we start. It is the Weightless Illuminating Foundation. It retails for $57 for 1 ounce, which is the standard of any foundation. I don't have the actual packaging because, like I said, I did just pick up a sample. But the packaging, I can tell you, is very pretty. It's like gold, you know, your standard glass bottle with gold pump. The pump actually is a very good feature of that. We all know that we don't like dipping our fingers and, you know, cross-contaminating foundations. So the pump is pretty handy. My shade is the shade BD50, which is beige doré. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. It is basically for medium complexions with gold almond beige undertones. So if you're anything like me, skin shade wise, you might want to check out that shade. It does not contain any parabens, sulfates, GMOs, etc. So as you can see, my face is bare. I did go ahead and do my eyes, nothing fancy. But we're just going to get started. I primed my face with my Maybelline Baby Skin. So, and for today's application, I am going to just be using a damp beauty blender. So, let's begin. Okay, right off the bat, it's a very runny formula, and my nails are probably going to get in the way. But I'm just going to begin by dotting it around my face. And if you see me looking off, it's because I have a mirror on the side here, so I can see what I'm doing. So, runny formula. The shade really matches me kind of perfect. So, shout out to the girl at Sephora who actually color matched me properly. So, okay, so we're just going to start with a little bit. And from there, we'll see if we can build it up. Okay, so damp beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. Okay, and here we go. Now, girls, you can see that I don't have as much redness as I usually do on my skin. My skin is actually getting a lot better. It seems to be a very thin consistency. From what I can tell, at first glance, it seems to be like a light coverage. I've heard that you can build it up to a medium, but for my girls who prefer or need a fuller coverage, I don't know if this would be good for you. I will tell you that I actually am one of those girls. I prefer my fuller coverage foundations. Okay, so as far as the finish, I really, really like it. It seems to be like a dewy finish. And girls, I am blind, so I'm going to need my mirror. Okay. So yeah, definitely seems to be a lighter coverage foundation. Again, I really like the dewiness of it. So let's see what it can do if we try to build it up. So this is just one application, one layer. Jaden, your coat. Jaden's going outside. Mom life.
Mom.
Yeah.
Can I get my jacket?
Yeah, it's right there under your tablet. Need my rag. Okay, so I'm just going to do a second layer where I need it. Like I said, I really don't have an issue today with any redness, so I do anticipate needing to use some concealer still, though. Okay, so I really like the way that it applied with the Beauty Blender, girls. It doesn't seem to be cakey. Again, color match is pretty good. I do still think that I need some concealer. So let's just let that set for a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to my concealer. I'm going to do, what am I going to use? I'm just going to use my NYX HD. Jaden's outside my window. What? I want you over here. And for my under eyes, girls, the one that I bought for my under eyes in the shade Light, I think, or Fair, is a little bit too light. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix that with the beige one. Just so I don't look like a ghost. And I'm going to use my Beauty Blender for that as well. Okay, so there is the foundation and concealer. I'm just going to set my under eyes and my face. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. HD setting powder because it is translucent, so I can use it for both. Okay, so coverage seems to be pretty good in conjunction with the concealer. So I'm going to check back with you girls in a few hours just to check up on it and see what we think, okay? Okay, girls, so I'm back, and it's about 4 hours later, and I can tell you that I actually really like the way that this foundation is holding up. It still looks the same as it did when I put it on. It's held my blush and my highlight pretty well as also, if you can tell. I didn't really notice much oxidation, maybe slight darkening, but that was probably like right after I put it on. Not much at all. I also have bronzer on, so you know what my skin looked like when I put it on. Yeah, so I really like it so far. Really don't have any complaints other than the fact that it is a little bit runny, a little bit light coverage, but again, it seems to be pretty buildable, and when you pair it with some concealer, it's not really a big deal because I wear concealer anyway. So yeah, I will check back with you girls in a few hours, and yeah, so stay tuned. Girls, so it is now about 4 hours later than my last check-in. I have not touched up at all on the foundation. I'm going to zoom in so you can see, I know. I really like it. Reason being is that it looks like skin. It doesn't look like you have makeup caked on your face, which nobody, well, not nobody, but most people really don't want that effect. It looks really natural. It does not fade, or it hasn't anyway. It hasn't moved around. It's stayed put. I don't notice any oily spots for the most part. Yeah, usually I get a lot of oil in here, and you can usually see a lot of shine here above my eyebrows and on my forehead, and definitely around my chin, which I don't really notice any. Yeah, slight dewiness, but nothing crazy. So yeah, and again, this is without me having to touch up since I put it on. So all in all, a good product. I don't recommend it for people that are looking for something full coverage, because this is definitely not it. You can achieve a light to medium buildable coverage with this. So again, without looking cakey. So wear power is great. Finish is beautiful. Lasting power, yes. I like it. Can't really complain about it, girls. So again, if you are in the market for something light to medium buildable coverage, I would definitely check out the YSL Le Teint Touché Éclat foundation. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you girls in my next one. Bye.